Alright guys, welcome back. On deck today is another video with the Bergara HMR. Now in my last video on this rifle, I did a brief intro and accuracy test. You can go check that out. I'll link it in the description below if you haven't seen that already. Today what we want to do, ultimately what I hope to do with this rifle is to culminate in a 1,000-yard shoot. So today we're going to finalize our ballistic data on the load that we've selected, which will be the Federal Gold Medal Match 168 grain. I've found a sufficient quantity of it at a reasonable price, so that's why we're going with that. So that's what we want to do, is shoot at various ranges and make sure our ballistic data is as accurate as possible from actual field use. We're going to start off at 300 yards, shooting at the head of the IPSI target, and then I'm not sure how far we'll be able to push it out. I have marked out up to 470 yards where I'm shooting, but I can go up into the hills and the rocks and extend that out a couple hundred yards further. So I'm not sure how far it's going to end up, but hopefully at least 600 yards. I'd like to try to get at least out to 7 or 750 or so. And then I'll have to recon a location to do the 1,000-yard shoot in another video. But for now, that's what's coming up. So let's get this going. All right, we're 300 yards downrange. We have our dope dialed in. We're trying to see how accurate this data is going to be, if I need to tweak it any. We settled on the Federal Gold Medal Match, 168 grain. And we're going to go for the head of the IPSI target at this distance and see just how accurate our data is. There's a light breeze blowing, it's a little variable. It doesn't look like it's going to play too much effect, so we're not going to put any windage on the rifle. We'll just hold center and see how it goes. All right, let's go check it out. All right, we're downrange after our 300-yard shoot, and it looks like our elevation is fairly accurate. We're a hair low, so we may need to tweak this a little more, but I'll leave it alone for the moment till we get out farther and I can see how this how it actually matches up. You'll notice a little bit of horizontal stringing. That was from that light breeze I was speaking of. It's a little variable. We didn't do any wind corrections. We were just holding center, so that's what you're seeing here. Our vertical spread looks really good, actually, and overall the group size is just a hair over an MOA at about 3.2 inches, so not too bad. So something I want to point out, in the last video I spoke about shooting out of the bed of the truck and about how it was not the most stable position. So we came back, we decided on the Federal Gold Medal Match 168 grain, so we needed to make sure we zeroed for that. So our initial 5-shot group is where the tip of the pin is. Here is 4 rounds and then 1 here. So this group measured out at 0.7 MOA, and then we made our minor correction and then just confirmed that we had 1, 2, 3 again, about 0.7, so sub MOA. So the rifle really is sub MOA if you do your part. Just something that I did want to point out. Well, let's go ahead and keep this going. All right, we're 550 yards downrange. We've had to trek a little bit up the hills here, into the rocks, but we found a area to shoot from. So we got our dope dialed in, and we're going to give this a whirl and see how it shakes out. All right, let's go take a look. All right, so we had to put a little bit of windage on the gun, but it looks like we called it pretty good. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Group size is right at 5 inches. We're at 550 yards, so this is sub MOA. And it looks like our elevation is I'm gonna tweak this a little because we seem to be coming in a little bit low at each distance. So I'm gonna go ahead and tweak this, and we're gonna try one more from a farther distance. I'm not sure how far we'll be able to get out. This will probably be the last distance I'm gonna shoot, whatever it might be. I'm just gonna trek up in the hills and see. To do the 1,000 yard, we're probably gonna have to find another location. So I'll have to do some recon on that and find a location to do the 1,000 yard. But we are gonna do one more shoot. I'm not sure what distance. We'll figure it out when we get there. But we are staying sub MOA at 550 yards. And we're also gonna go ahead and make a couple corrections to our data and see if we can't get this spot on. All right, let's get it going. All right, we're 700 yards downrange. So far as we're going to be able to go today. I'll probably have to find another location to do 1,000. But I'm going to sit here and try to study the wind for a bit because this is quite a challenge without a spotter. But we'll see if we can make it happen. All right, let's go see how it looks. All right, we're downrange. We're at a 700 yard target, and I actually shot this twice, but one of the sessions my battery died. So I'll share with you the first group. I was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we misjudged the wind by about 1.5 miles per hour, and our data that we had entered put us a little high. So we went back and corrected the data entry, and now we're spot on. Also, we got our wind call correct this time, and we're looking at a little over an MOA. It's about 8.2 inches, with 4 rounds again coming in sub MOA. But we're well centered. In fact, 4 of these rounds are all in the A zone, so nice and centered. So we're well centered up, and we got our wind call correct. We're just over an MOA, so I was really hoping for sub MOA, but 700 yards without a spotter, shooting in the rocks. That's okay. I'll take it. All right, let's go ahead and wrap this up. All right, guys, that's going to be it for this video. So it looks like we have our ballistic data accurately entered now. So hopefully we'll be able to culminate this in a 1,000 yard shoot. The rifle so far is performing very well. I was hoping to get sub MOA at the 700 yard mark. Unfortunately, we're just a little bit over, but working without a spotter at these distances, shooting just up in the hills and stuff, that's okay. I'll take that. But we'll see what we can do from 1,000 yard on a later date on another video, because I have to go recon that location. All right, guys, if you haven't already done so and you like this kind of content, like and subscribe, share the video, helps the channel out. As always, I do appreciate the comments, but please keep those comments professional, and I'll see you guys next time.